What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Detroit Lions video. Now, today we had a little bit of a quarterbacking update as the Detroit Lions have come out and made a very strong contract offer to former Miami Dolphins quarterback as well as Minnesota Viking and New Orleans Saints quarterback Teddy Bridgewater. Now, Teddy Bridgewater has been on the minds of Detroit Lions fans for the past couple of weeks and past couple of months, really since free agency opened just over a month ago. A lot of Lions fans have had Teddy Bridgewater circled as a name they'd like to see the Lions bring in as a backup quarterback. Now, of course, the Detroit Lions did go out and re-sign Nate Sudfeld, and they have been in a lot of talks and a lot of meetings about who or if they are going to draft at the quarterback position, whether they are or are not, and who that quarterback may be. But today it came out that the Detroit Lions, despite already signing a free agent quarterback this year, might not be done at the quarterbacking market, as Teddy Bridgewater is potentially going to be the backup quarterback in Detroit. Now, this will likely not take place until after the NFL draft. I think the contract was offered, but I think especially for a guy like Teddy Bridgewater, who's coming in to be a backup, I think that he's going to probably wait until after the NFL draft is complete, come in and see what teams like to do in the draft, see what holes still need to be filled, and potentially get even a bigger contract for a team that missed out on their quarterback in the draft, or a team that feels like they need that upgrade at backup that they weren't able to find through the NFL draft. So I wouldn't be surprised if Teddy Bridgewater doesn't end up signing until after the draft, but it is important to note that the Detroit Lions are still currently looking to upgrade that backup quarterback position and feel like Teddy Bridgewater is the best option to do so. Now, going back to the Nate Sudfeld signing, I think that was a signing kind of similar to some of the other signings the Lions made this year. You make that signing so that you don't move backwards, right? You make that signing so that at the very worst case scenario, you have a quarterback that knows the system, a quarterback that has chemistry with wide receivers, a quarterback that isn't super taxing on your capital, but leaves you with the opportunity to upgrade if that option presents itself. And I think that option is apparent with Teddy Bridgewater. Teddy Bridgewater is a better quarterback. He is more experienced. He has starting experience. Probably is going to cost about $3 to $4 million a season on a 1 or 2 year contract, and I believe would be a really good quarterback to back up Jared Goff. Now, play style, they don't play extremely similar. However, they do both thrive in play action systems. Teddy Bridgewater, of course, having a little bit more athleticism, having a little bit more scrambling ability that Jared Goff does not currently have. But I think that Teddy Bridgewater would be a good backup quarterback. Both Jared Goff and Teddy Bridgewater thrive in play action schemes. They thrive in the quick game. They thrive with accuracy. They make good and quick decisions. They are good leaders who have overcome adversity. And I think that they could both fit the Detroit Lions system very, very well. But there's another angle to look at this. That is, of course, the drafting outcome. What did the Detroit Lions do in the draft if they've signed Teddy Bridgewater to a 1 or even 2 year contract to be the backup for the Detroit Lions? Now, there's going to be a lot of people saying that if we do sign Teddy Bridgewater, that means that we're not going to draft a quarterback. And if we don't sign Teddy Bridgewater, we are going to draft a quarterback. But quite honestly, I don't think that this signing in particular has a huge impact on the Detroit Lions at this point as far as what they're doing in the NFL draft. I think that Teddy Bridgewater would be a very good day one backup quarterback, but whether you're going to draft one or not does not depend on Teddy Bridgewater. Teddy Bridgewater is not the future. He does not impact the future of the quarterbacking position for the Detroit Lions. He only really affects next season in a worst case scenario that Jared Goff is going to go down and get hurt. You have a serviceable backup quarterback that has starting experience and has won a lot of games in the NFL. Now, from the drafting perspective, I don't think it changes very much. I think if the Detroit Lions like Anthony Richardson, there's not going to be anything to stop them from going to get Anthony Richardson. If they like CJ Stroud or they like Bryce Young and that player falls to 3, they're not going to be stopped by Teddy Bridgewater to go up and draft a quarterback. And the same thing goes with the later rounds, right? If they want a primary long-term backup quarterback or a developmental quarterback, DTR is not off the table if Teddy Bridgewater's taken. Even Aiden O'Connell, a real, true, probably career backup quarterback, isn't off the table even if Teddy Bridgewater is available at this point. Now, again, I think that this would be a very good move for the Detroit Lions. They, of course, have the cap space. They have the capital to go get this done. I think bringing in a serviceable top 5 backup quarterback in the NFL to go kind of stay in place just in case Jared Goff gets hurt, so that if he does get hurt in a worst case scenario, your one season to go probably win a division, go win a Super Bowl this early in the rebuild isn't all going to waste. So with all that being said, that's all I got for you guys today. Just a quick update on the Teddy Bridgewater situation. The Lions have put out a strong offer for the former Miami Dolphins quarterback, but we will wait and see what happens as the draft approaches and as this situation continues to develop. With all that being said, that's all I got for you guys right now. If you haven't done so already and you enjoyed the content, make sure you go down below and subscribe to the channel and like the video. It helps the channel out a lot and make sure that you can get some more Detroit Lions content. But with all that being said, that's all I got for you guys right now. Thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, and as always, go Lions.